What do it do, YouTube? We back with another video. It is your boy, CJ, back with another special guest. And when I say this man is special, I mean he is special in all the ways. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's my good friend Wes. Wesley, say hello to the podcast, man.
Hello, Internet.
Oh, lost you there for a sec. There you go. Well, oh, that works fine. Screw it. Yeah. So welcome back to another episode of Seibel Shoots. For those of you who do not know who Wes is, Wesley is like my bestest bro. I've known this dude for nearly 20 years, 19 years actually. 19 years coming up in September, I believe. So I'm trying to play with, I'm trying to see if we can get this split screen somehow. But I guess I can't. I guess that's the best I can do. Damn. Hmm. hmm. That works, I guess. Um, that works. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah. So, like I said, Wesley's like my bestest friend, dude. This dude. I would take a bullet for this man. That's how great he is. And we don't hang out anymore because he lives out there in Florida. I live Denver, so it's kind of hard to just be like, "Hey, let's hang out next week," or "Let's go see a movie," because we can't just hop on an airplane. Um, but Wes, welcome to the podcast. Once again, you are a friend of this YouTube channel, my friend. So
Thank you.
yes, sir, you have been on this show a couple times. Not on Seibel Shoots. This is your Seibel Shoots debut, um, but not your debut on our channel. And so Wesley and I thought that it would be fun today if we did some reaction videos for y'all, because Wesley here does not watch wrestling that much. So his knowledge of pro wrestling, let's call it what it is not the best. Um, and I just realized I can't share my screen for YouTube because I'm sharing it with you. So let me ask before we do anything. I'm gonna see if you can hear this. Do you hear any of that?
Yes.
Okay, good. So the first song we're gonna react to is called "Try That in a." Actually, you know what? We're not going to do reactions because you got to see the video and all that stuff. And yeah. Yeah. This is what Seibel Shoots is, Wes. What happened to my Oh, wait. Wrong one. I was about to say what happened to my screen, but there you go. Wrong. Yeah. Hey, we're live, folks. This is all off the cuff. Um, so we're just kind of winging it. Wes, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, from Florida. Was born in Colorado. And I'm as Yankee as they get in a southern town.
That's true. Yes, you are a very Yankee mother. You are very Yankee, bro. I'm gonna try and keep my language clean because I got my nephew in the room right next to me playing on his iPad. So I'm gonna try and see if I can do a whole podcast without cussing. So Wes, if you hear me say a bad word, be like clean it up. Uh, so get on me about that. But yeah, Wes, let's talk about that song. Try That in a Small Town. Do you know what that song is about?
It's about. You know what? I'll have you do it. You're better with the words and such.
So we'll talk all about this song, quite frankly. So Jason Aldean is a country singer, and he has a song called "Try That in a Small Town," and there's a lot to unpack in this whole story. It's basically him saying, "Hey, you think it's cool to riot? You think it's cool to beat up old women? You think it's cool to break into cars? All this stuff? Oh, hey, come on down to a small town. Try that here. Try that here. See how far you make it down the road." Bet you won't. Right? Pretty self-explanatory. And in the music video, there is a series of news footage. So footage that the news aired of riots from like BLM or Antifa or stuff like that, right? Like riot footage. And a lot of people, for some reason, they decided, you know what? This song is racist. And I'm just thinking, how? How is this song racist? Oh no, did I just screw something up here? I think I just did. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Okay, there we go. Now we're back. Now we're back. Okay, but yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, how is this song even remotely racist? I listened to the lyrics. He doesn't say anything negative about race in the song. I saw the music video. Even in the riot footage, they were very careful to and made sure that it was mainly white folk, or it wasn't about people. It wasn't about the race. It was just about people. And so so all these people are calling it racist, and CMT even took took the music video off of their channel. CMT, Country Music Television, that champions Jason Aldean, and they took his song off of their channel. Why? Any answers?
Well, I don't mean to come across as a conspiracy theorist,
Okay.
but a lot of media is owned by China, and we don't want to make our boss mad.
Well, and let's get this straight. We don't really get political on this channel, but this subject has to be talked about because the fact that they are silencing it is really sad. And
It's rainy. We have connection issues.
oh, yeah, the fact that it's I was just saying, why are people trying to cancel this? It should be heard by more people, quite frankly. Why did CMT remove it from their channel? Because they didn't want that side to be seen. And like I said, we don't really get political on this channel. So it's about as political as we're going to get, but it needs to be talked about. And then you got the cackling hens over at the View. Whoopi Goldberg, George Behar, all them, or whatever, and they're saying what?
I was laughed at your comment. It was hilarious to me.
Oh,
Cackling.
cackling hens. Yeah, they are. They are. If you ever watched any of their clips, you just be like, okay, cackling hens. It's what it is. Um, and they some of them were like, I want to give Jason the benefit of the doubt and all this stuff. And one lady was like, you know what? I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to do that because he had to know what he was doing. So in the music video, he performs in front of this courthouse. And apparently in 1927, there was a young black man that was lynched at this courthouse from the second window. I'm sure Jason Aldean was like, oh man, perfect. Somebody got lynched here. Awesome. Let's go to that location just for that one specific reason. Come on. Come on.
Grasping for straws.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, Hannah Montana, the movie, shot a scene at that very same location. Nobody batted an eye. Nobody said anything. Nobody was like, how dare they? No outrage. But yet, Jason Aldean can't perform a song in front of it. So,
because it doesn't follow the other opinion.
exactly. Um, So anyway, we just wanted to get our little feelings on that, and of course, you should go listen to this song. You should go watch the music video. Judge for yourself if you think it's racist, and if you do, comment down below why you think it's racist. Now, the other thing I wanted to discuss was cancel culture needs to stop, right or wrong.
I believe it's correct because our comedy has gone to the point where we have to tiptoe around people's feelings.
Exactly, exactly. Um, we have to we have to really be careful about the things that we say and do, because if somebody doesn't like what you say, somebody doesn't like what you do, and I'm pretty sure somebody's not going to like what I'm saying and doing with this. I really don't care. I'm going to say what I want to say, and if you agree with me, you can agree with me. If you disagree with me, you disagree with me. Take your little butt and move on if you disagree with me. That's all you got to do. You don't got to try to cancel me. You don't got to try to get me blocked on YouTube, blocked on Facebook, whatever. You don't have to do that. And the fact that people think that way, like, you know what? I don't agree with this man's opinion. I don't like what he says. I'm not liking what he does. I want to get him out of here. I want to just shut him all the way down. Why? Why do you want to mess with the person's job? That's how they make their money. And you want to cancel them because you don't like what they say or do. Now, to that point, I will say, if what they say or do is absolutely heinous and atrocious, okay, I could see it. I could see it. Like Harvey Weinstein had all those allegations, right? Okay, get him out of here. Fine. That guy Andrew Tate, who's just a complete and utter pig. Okay, get him out of here. Because now what Andrew Tate does is bordering that dangerous line. The way that he talks about women, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you need to keep women on a leash, and you need to keep them in the kitchen, and they need to know their place." That's borderline dangerous, in my opinion, because you're almost inciting men to just beat the shit out of their women. Excuse the language. I know, I got it, but that's what you're basically doing. You're inciting that. Um, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but and I could be grasping for straws with that, but just I don't think you need to cancel people. What do you think, Wes?
I do agree with what you said about Andrew Tate being misogynistic.
Hmm.
But you're right, you don't have to cancel people.
Right. Canceling is a canceling somebody is a permanent thing. It feels like.
It's cowardice.
Yeah, yeah. If you look, I'm that guy that if you don't like what I say, if you disagree with me, that's cool. We can agree to disagree, and we can still be friends. I have a buddy, as a matter of fact. His name is ROI, and shout out to him. He's a really good dude. Um, we had very different perspectives on that Jason Aldean song. Never once did we just start throwing insults at each other. Never once was there, oh, well, fuck you, you're racist. Fuck you, you're this. Fuck you, you're that. There was never that. And yes, I realized I cussed again. I know. But there was a respectful conversation where I gave my opinion and my perspective. He gave me his perspective. And I'm like, oh, that's a really good point that you made. I would love to learn more about Black history, about that stuff. That was stuff was never taught to us in school. I love to learn about civil rights movement stuff. That's a really cool subject to me. I would love to learn more about that. And that was our conversation. And he was cool, and I was cool. Shout out to ROI. He is the homie. Um, Yeah, he's a good dude. Uh, let's let's kind of switch gears here because we're getting negative. Um, it's July. It's coming up on late July, right? What is today? July 23rd. That means that the back to school commercial is starting up. Do you remember those
Oh yeah.
as a kid? And you were like, no, why? You were dreading those. You were dreading,
Oh yeah.
and now as an adult, I prefer to see back to school stuff because for me, that means all my shows hopefully are coming back. All my Chicago shows, the Law and Order shows. I love those shows. I know NCISLA is not coming back. They got canceled after 15 years. But that was a good show, NCIS Los Angeles. They had their series finale in May. Um, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with that time slot. I'm sure they'll have some. But I'm hoping all my shows come back. Whoa, what was that? Sorry. I just kind of jumped there. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping that they come back. But this whole Writers Guild strike thing is still going on. And I don't. At first, I was totally against it, but I talked to my parents about it, and they told me why they're doing it, and I'm like, huh, okay, well, because to me, at first, when I first heard about it, I'm like, oh, it's just a bunch of Hollywood actors and they're crying about not getting what they feel they deserve, what they deserve, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, that's not it. Like, they're trying to, um, they're trying to replace actual writers with AI stuff, and which is like artificial intelligence, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
yeah. I don't know. What do you think about this guild, this actors guild strike?
Well, at first I thought exactly what you said
Right?
until you told me just now that it's about a fight against AI, and nobody wants the same story over and over and over again. And that's what the AI would do.
Basically. And so yeah, I say pay the people what they're owed. Just give them their money. You know what I mean? But so I'm hoping all my shows come back because I love them. I want my shows to come back, and I hope that Taylor Kenny comes back to Chicago Fire because he's like my favorite character on that show. He plays Severide, and his character is just very good. I like his character a lot. He's kind of a lone wolf, very keep to himself, but yet he still like loves the people around him and would die for him, basically. But it's funny. It's funny because my uncle Todd is a actual firefighter in real life, and he sees that show Chicago Fire, and he's like, "That's not realistic." He's like, "Us firefighters, we do not hang out with each other off shift, and we certainly don't go to bars together and do all this stuff. We don't live together. We don't even live together. We don't even have relationships with each other outside of work." So that whole aspect of the show is very much fabricated. And I'm like, really? You don't have friends on the force or whatever on the squad? I mean, it's kind of weird to me. Um, I had friends when I worked at Sprouts. You know, none of them had my back when that whole. You already know that story when that all went down. I'll tell that story someday, I'm sure. Um, but that's a whole long, convoluted video. I'm trying to keep this video a bit short because I got my nephew in the other room. He wants to come back in and play WWE 2K with me. So yeah, we're gonna be playing 2K. I'm gonna be live later tonight, by the way, streaming more 2K23. So if you want to see me do GM mode, you're gonna want to tune into that because that's fun stuff. But yeah, I guess the final topic we should talk about is superheroes. Who is your favorite superhero? And it could be Marvel or DC or whatever. Who is your favorite superhero?
Thor. Thor's the goat.
Thor.
Who's yours?
I'm sorry.
Who's yours?
Mine cross all the land. So you like Thor. Personally, I liked Iron Man. Iron Man was cool. And when Iron Man died in Endgame, spoiler alert, uh, I cried. That got me. I didn't even cry when they killed off the Black Widow in that movie in game. Because again, spoiler alert, Black Widow dies.
Yes.
Uh,
The one that hurt me the most about Iron Man is he had a whole family waiting for him.
Facts. He had a little girl. He had his wife, Pepper Potts. Yeah, yeah. But but I thought that was cool that Steve Rogers, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
Captain America. I thought that was cool that he was able to go back in time and be with Peggy. That was a nice little send off for him. Uh, Thor was absolutely gold in Endgame. He was fantastic. When he was just drinking beer with his buddies playing video games, that was hilarious.
Mega.
Yeah, that was absolutely funny. I also like that scene he got to do with his mom in that movie as well when he goes back in time. That was a cool moment. Um, Star Lord is awesome, just awesome. And Chris Pratt is a funny guy, by the way. He's hilarious. He was on a show called Parks and Recreation, and there was a blooper that he had where they were doing like where the ladies were talking about everybody loves a good comeback story. Seabiscuit, the Mighty Ducks, missing these, and Chris Pratt chimes in with Kim Kardashian, and the ladies are like, "Well, what?" And he goes, "Yeah, she had come on her back in that video, I think." And the lady that's sitting next to him just like smacks him like a wife, like, "Bad, no." And everybody in the room just busts out freaking laughing. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. It was fantastic. Um, yeah, so I like Star Lord. Who else do I like? Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else would?
She's top tier.
What?
She is top tier.
She is top tier. She is more top tier, I think, than Superman. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean she has come a long way. Her whole planet is full of villains, and she's the person who chose to be a hero.
Facts. He's the person that was like, you know what? In a world full of villains, I'm gonna get them all. Yeah, and they picked a really good person to portray her in the live action movies. Gal Gadot. Yeah, she's a great Wonder Woman. Um, and I think a superhero that's underrated is Supergirl.
Oh, super underrated.
Yeah, she's Superman's cousin, and yeah, like they don't give her the respect that she deserves. I loved her show. There was like a whole Supergirl TV show from like 2015 to 2021 or 22, I believe. So, and that was a good show. I think like I think pretty much all of the Arrowverse shows on CW are all done. Flash, Supergirl, Arrow, Batwoman. Um, Yeah, I think they're all pretty much done. So, I mean, I would love to see more superhero shows because those are cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like that show Titans. Um, it's basically just Teen Titans, but they're called Titans, and it's the same people. There's Robin, there's Cyborg, there's Beast Boy, there's Raven, there's Starfire. Um, that's a really good show. They even have like Hawk and Dove on the show. So I mean that's a pretty decent show. Why am I twitching like that? That's weird. Um, but yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to get something out today. Do a Seibel Shoots episode with my very good personal friend Wes here. So Wesley, thank you for joining us on this Seibel Shoots, folks. Comment down below who's your favorite superhero. Comment down below what you think of the Jason Aldean controversy. Um, Let us know what you think. Uh, until next time, he's Wes. I'm CJ. We signing out. We out.